The Omicron variant appears to be no worse than other COVID-19 strains. Now, that's the view of top scientists from the World Health Organization and the United States. The WHO says that Omicron could be more transmissible, though, but it also says that it's highly unlikely that the variant will completely evade the protection that provided by existing vaccines. Still, more research is needed. Simon Marks joins us live now from Washington, D.C. for more on this. Simon, the U.S. president's medical advisor, Anthony Fauci, he's going even further, saying that Omicron could even be milder than other variants.
Yes, he is. He said that in an interview yesterday with a French news agency, but he caveated his comments, Dawn. He said that the data that exists so far is preliminary and mostly anecdotal. Nonetheless, his message to Americans was that so far it does not appear that the Omicron variant is going to fuel a sudden rise in the number of serious cases of COVID-19 in the United States, or a rise in the number of fatalities. Now, there are some public health experts in other parts of the world that are not yet ready to reach that judgment. And indeed, even here in the United States today, in the New York Times, there is a doctor from the Midwest who has written an opinion piece warning that he's seeing emergency room beds and intensive care unit beds filling up with cases of COVID-19 among the unvaccinated. And of course, the United States is still in the middle of a substantial battle with COVID-19. It is very close to notching up its 50 millionth case of infection since this pandemic began. And the country is still seeing on a daily basis more than 1,200 deaths in every 24-hour period. So absolutely not out of the woods yet, whether or not they end up being dominated by the Omicron strain.
And not letting their guard down either in the United States, Simon. Demand for those booster shots is still high.
Very high indeed. The latest statistics that we've seen from the Centers for Disease Control down in Atlanta suggest that around 1.4 million Americans are getting a booster shot every single day. That's a substantial increase in numbers since the Omicron variant was first identified. For the White House, there's a bit of a risk in all of this because, on the one hand, Dr. Fauci is trying to provide Americans with the latest reliable scientific information by saying, look, it doesn't look from his perspective as though Omicron is going to lead to a rise in a substantial way in cases of severe illness and death. But on the other hand, the White House worries that that messaging and the messaging from the World Health Organization may lead some people to say, oh, well, then I won't bother to go and get the booster shot. So these two things are absolutely tied together, and the White House is relentlessly urging Americans to take advantage of the boosters that are freely available here for everyone.
Simon, thank you for that. Simon Marks in Washington, D.C.